2021. I'm Lene Palmisano, and I'm the chair of this committee. As we begin, I will note for the record this meeting has remote participation by members of the Audit Committee and city staff as authorized under Minnesota statutes section 13D.021 due to the declared local public health emergency. At this time, I will ask the clerk to call the roll so we can verify a quorum for this meeting.
Committee member Fletcher.
Here.
Schrader.
Here.
Fisher.
Here.
Musich.
Present.
Johnston.
Present.
Chair Palmisano.
Present.
There's 6 members present.
Thank you. Let the record reflect we have a quorum. I also want to welcome Commissioner Musich back as she was reassigned to the Audit Committee from the Park Board, and we are so pleased to have her. The first, the only item of business really is to is to consider our appointment of Director for Internal Audit. First, though, we need to make a motion and call the roll to adopt the agenda today. I will make that motion. Could somebody second this motion?
Second.
Musich seconds the motion. Clerk, please call the roll.
Committee member Fletcher.
Aye.
Schrader.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Musich.
Aye.
Johnston.
Aye.
Chair Palmisano.
Aye.
There are 6 ayes.
Thank you. Today we're convening to appoint the official Director of Internal Audit position. Colleagues, as you all know, at the end of 2019, former Audit Director Ginger Bigby announced she was leaving the city for a new opportunity out of state. In order to fill that vacancy, I requested the assistance of our Human Resources Office to aid in the search for a permanent director. Early last year, HR entered into an agreement with a local consulting firm, Orion Search Group, to conduct a candidate search and initial candidate screenings. There was a lot of interest, but as we move forward to the next stage, the search got delayed due to an ongoing global pandemic and then an enterprise-wide hiring freeze. However, last fall, we moved forward into individual interviews with a robust and really impressive pool of candidates. These interviews were all virtual. They were conducted by a panel consisting of myself, Audit Committee member Heather Johnston, Deputy Chief Finance Officer Lori Johnson, HR System Support Analyst Deb Kruger, and my policy aide John Frood. Out of the 4 final candidates, the panel has put forward Interim Director Ryan Patrick to be considered by the Audit Committee for the permanent role. There are 3 parts to this motion. The first is considering his appointment, considering my nomination for his appointment. The second is approving his appointment, and the third is authorizing me as chair of this committee to execute the employment agreement on behalf of the city. Could I have a motion, or are there questions or comments about this matter?
Well, I would move the nomination, Chair Palmisano.
Thank you. Mr. Fisher moves.
Schrader seconds.
Councilmember Schrader seconds the motion. Is there any discussion?
Madam Chair?
Please, Ms. Johnston.
First of all, I just want to say I am a firm believer in always having internal candidates be vetted against other competitive other candidates in a competitive process. I want to thank you for inviting me to participate in the process. We had 4 excellent candidates, and I just want to say that I was very pleased to see how all 4 candidates performed. But I also want to say that I do believe that your recommendation for the appointment is the right one, and I wholeheartedly support it. So I want to thank you for having my participation, and also just wanted to say that the process was very well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others?
And Madam Chair, I would just like to say we worked with Mr. Patrick now for a year, and I think he's been doing an excellent job. His reports are very clear. He's been supportive. I've been able to consult with him offline when I've had some questions. He's been very responsive. So, and I've reviewed actually, thank you for the opportunity. I've reviewed the other resumes as well. I agree that the pool was absolutely astonishingly well qualified. And but Mr. Patrick is someone we know. He certainly qualifies relative to the other candidates as far as I can tell. So I appreciate the work of the committee in putting this together.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, seeing Councilmember Fletcher.
Thank you, Chair Palmisano. I just want to appreciate the work of this recruitment committee and really just recognize how positive our experience has been with Ryan Patrick in this role, and how glad I am that this is the path that we've settled on, and I'm really happy to support this. I think it's critically important that we have an audit function in our city that we feel confident in, and that we feel like we can understand. And I think even beyond just feeling confident in the accuracy and reliability of our audits, what I think Mr. Patrick has brought to this role that I've really appreciated is a real desire to ask questions through audit that help us with policy decisions and that really help us understand our city better. And so I think this is really a terrific nomination, and I'm happy to support. And Mr. Patrick, thank you in advance for the work that you're signing on to do.
Yeah. Great.
Chair Palmisano, if you need a motion, I'll make a motion to support the recommendation for Mr. Patrick, Ryan Patrick, to be the city's auditor.
Thank you. I think we already made the motion and seconded it, so we're just having some discussion now.
Motions. Sorry. Okay, thanks.
On all three of those kind of sub parts of the singular motion. So yeah. Is there any other discussion before I ask the clerk to call the roll? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Committee member Fletcher.
Aye.
Schrader.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Musich.
Aye.
Johnston.
Aye.
Chair Palmisano.
Aye.
There are 6 ayes.
That carries and that motion is approved. I did want to, before we adjourn, invite our new audit director, Ryan Patrick, no longer called interim director Patrick, to say a few words if you would like to. Mr. Patrick.
Thank you, Chair Palmisano and audit committee members for your confidence. This past year has been like no other in my nearly 10 years working for the city. We've faced a cascading set of challenges that have tested every bit of our resolve as government employees. And those challenges have not ebbed. The path forward for our city will without a doubt be a challenging one. And at the same time, I can also say that in the past year, it has been a true honor to lead the audit department. I had to learn the ropes in the midst of all that's occurred, but because I have an outstanding team of auditors working with me, and Huguette, Comlin, and Travis, we made progress and completed significant projects despite dealing with so much change and strife. And we will continue to move forward. The 2021 audit plan reflects the concerns and profound issues facing our city. I believe I'm the right director to face such a task. This plan will allow audit to contribute to the meaningful change when we need it most, adding value to the areas hardest hit by recent events. I am so grateful and humbled that you've chosen me to lead this charge, and as a team, we will live up to the demands this moment in history has placed on us. Audit will continue to be a relevant, meaningful partner, and we will demonstrate our worth to the city. Thank you all for the support you've provided me over the past year, and please feel free anytime to reach out to me if you'd like to discuss our work. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no further business before us, and without objection, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you all for convening this morning. Thank you to the staff for putting this together today. Take care.